This episode is great for aspiring models, event organizers, and content creators.
My children is my work. My current child, the most ignored, is my TikTok. She's not the favorite right now.
This week we welcome Mayatu Nova, a model and the creator of Spinning Wildfire, Brisbane's first BIPOC art event.
Had the idea, I'll do a art show or something of some sort. A couple weeks later, I had lunch with Charlotte and she was like, that sounds like a great idea. I can help you with that. And I was like, okay. Which is like step one. Like I told someone my idea and they offered their like help.
This week we talked about what happens when your first event gets out of hand.
They didn't know me. This event had never happened before. I didn't know what I was doing. Like totally fair. Like if I was an artist and some random girl messaged me, was like, do you want to be in my event? And I didn't even have like an Instagram page. I had nothing. I had like a Google document. That's all I had. If people like had more questions, I'd be like, here's our Google document link.
Quitting your 9 to 5 and starting a creative career.
So I would say like, just write down what you want to do. Write down what you think it would look like. Even make like a mood board. Like go crazy with it. Get creative with it. And then honestly, just do it.
And movies.
No, but why would that happen like in every sitcom ever? They would like open the door and then like the celebrity guest star walks in. Literally! Like, I'm your sister. I'm here for the weekend.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yep.
Beautiful. That's really soft. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Froe Show. My name is Frank Wankin and I'm joined as always by my beautiful co-host, Joe Murray.
Hello, Froe.
And we are joined by another beautiful guest this week,
Hi.
Mayatu Nova.
Hi. That's me.
That's you.
That's me.
Welcome.
Thanks.
You are a model, a event organizer,
I am now.
artist. Yeah, I was saying to Joe before that we need to add that into the bio now.
Ew. I was doing a biography today. I had to write something. I've been chosen to be a panelist for something.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
I know. And then I was like putting a bio and then I was looking at someone else's bio and I was like, curator. Interesting. I should maybe do that.
You're like, I'm a curator.
I'm
now.
like, I guess I'm a curator.
I
Slay.
mean, technically, you're a curator. You're an event organizer.
Yes.
You're a music. What's the word? You did some managing stuff, I guess, for Spinning Wildfire as well.
Oh, I
getting
did.
musicians
Yeah, I
organized.
did. I did a lot. It was good though, but I had a team. It wasn't just
Content
me.
creator, photographer,
Yes.
videographer,
Yes.
real
Creative
professional,
director. Real professional? Real professional.
TikTok professional.
Ew, no. No, my TikTok is so dead. I'm so sorry if you're on my TikTok because it's dead. But I want to like revitalize her, but she's just like my, you know how you have like children, right? I have like, so many.
I have zero.
I have so many children.
know of.
My children is my work. My current child, the most ignored, is my TikTok. She's not the favorite right now.
You make reels
Middle
though,
child.
don't you?
Yeah, I haven't made any recently. I was going to post one yesterday, but I just wasn't feeling it. Like
Right.
I only want to do it if I like it.
Right. Okay.
Like I won't just do it because it's like, oh, I should post a reel twice a week. Like I'm not that girl.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I made I go through phases with reels. Like I make a bunch, and then I stop.
But
and
they're
then
so good for the account, like
They're
the
so
account
good.
outreach and stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're the best.
I follow a bunch of photographers who have just started posting like still photos as reels. Like they just
Oh,
loop a
yeah,
still
yeah,
photo
yeah.
for a minute,
Oh,
and they just post that,
interesting.
and that like puts engagement up like 500% or something wild.
Oh shoot.
Anyway, do you want to
Slay.
give your own little bio?
Okay. My bio. I am a model, creative director. I do events now. If you want me to help you with your event, I will help you with your event. What else do I do? Content creator. I'm an agent at Zebedee Talent. I'm a resident at Event Space. I don't know.
I feel like that's like
That's it?
That's
That's
a
it?
that's a
That's
list
good
and a
list.
half. Yeah.
I'll forget something. Do you want to know where I work? I work at other places. I work at Le Bois Theatre, if anyone cares.
I actually didn't know that.
Yeah, I bartend there. My next shift is on Saturday.
Woo!
Yay!
Everyone be
we
there.
love that.
Except this episode's gonna come out like 2 weeks
Yeah.
later.
I bartended 2 weeks ago.
Be there
Be
2
there
weeks ago.
And if
Yeah.
you were there, thanks for stopping by. Come by next time.
And if you weren't, figure it out.
Literally, figure it out.
Where are your priorities?
Where are they?
Let's talk. Let's go back. Let's go
get back in
like
time.
way back.
Slay.
What did you start with? How did you get started in the arts?
I got started in the arts by doing modeling.
Mm-hmm.
That was like my main thing. But like that was purely an accident. So I don't know how I really got here. I'm not gonna lie.
So what do you
What-
mean it was an
yeah.
accident?
Well, like,
what happened?
so like I was a theater kid. Insert photo here. I was a theater kid, and then like I was a theatre kid, but then I just stopped because like I was told when I was in high school, like that's not ready for the real world. Do a real world job. You need to be an adult, so make a real decision. I was like, okay. So I tried to make some decisions and none of them stuck because I didn't like any of them, obviously. And then my friend who wasn't doing a real job was doing film direction and she was like, oh, can I just use you for something? And then like reignited the art kid in me. So then I just started doing like little random projects on the side and then it ended up being like an actual thing.
So that's acting?
I guess it was acting, but it was more like one of those like artsy films where you just kind of like stand around and it's like...
Yeah, right, okay.
They just spin around you with the camera.
No, actually though, like one of the shots I was in, I just had to like stare blankly and then like stare at the camera. But then like that was like the shot and we had to like walk around.
They were like,
but it wasn't
rap,
really
print,
acting.
got it.
Yeah, they're like, no, we aced it. Yeah.
Like I did nothing. I just stood there.
Yeah, I literally just stood there and I
vibing.
was like, oh my God. It was just the energy of being on set with like people who like wanted to have fun in life. Like peace and love to all the jobs I've had, but it seems like no one wanted to have fun. I'm like a child. I don't care. I'm never going to age. I just like, it sucked being in an office, being around people who just like wanted to go to work and wanted to go home and just talked about dieting all day because I had like, it's just like boring. I don't know. Get a new life.
You don't want to talk about dieting?
No,
on the
not all
podcast
day.
today?
They'll
No?
be like, they want to talk about their kids and like what they did on the weekend. But what
You're
they
like,
did on the
I've been
weekend-
neglecting TikTok this week.
literally. And I'd be like, did you guys watch like the new XYZ episode? And they're like, what? We don't really watch TV. We read. I'm like, okay. Yeah. Oh. Wow. No, I love readers. I'm not a reader. I don't have the attention span for reading, but I want to read.
I've started listening to audiobooks instead because I can't read.
Is that a plug?
No. Use code. No, I wish it was. I would get hella money, but no. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've talked about audiobooks so much on the podcast and like on my vlogs for the past couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But no, that's how I've solved that problem in my brain.
Yeah.
So now every time I'm in the car, if I'm like if I'm running or something, I have an audiobook going,
Fair.
which is lovely.
But I feel like it's not the same as reading, like just being like you and the book.
Yeah, but it's...
But see, I can't do it.
Yeah.
But like, I love people who read because I think that's really wholesome.
Were you a reader as a kid?
No.
Oh, okay. I was.
I liked comic books.
Oh.
I like always liked pictures. I always like visuals. Like I'm never just the word person.
Right. Did you have the physical comic books?
Yeah.
What did you read?
Spider-Man comic books. I'm actually really sad though because I was like the biggest Spider-Man fan and then when like the Andrew Garfield remake came out, like all these like fake fans came out. I'm so sorry. All these fake fans came out and then obviously now with the Tom Holland remake there's like this huge boom. So now if you say that you're a Spider-Man fan, you're kind of like a normie. But when
Yeah.
I used to say that I like Spider-Man, it was kind of like niche.
I liked Spider-Man before it was cool.
Literally! And yeah, it's gotten me a complex. So now every time I talk about being a Spider-Man fan, I'm like, no, it's not like that.
I was here when it was Andrew Garfield and I loved it and
No,
you all
not
hated
Andrew
it.
Garfield. Not Andrew Garfield.
You didn't like the Andrew Garfield
Tobey
ones?
Maguire.
Love
Tobey
the Andrew
Maguire.
Garfield movies. The Andrew Garfield movies are... We've talked
Shocking.
about this in the
Do you have
I,
an opinion
I
on this?
agree. Andrew Garfield. not probably not number one, but I
What
do
about-
like the
Wait,
movie.
okay, do you want-
Did you
want my-
watch the Tobey Maguire
Yes.
ones?
Do you want my
Yeah.
condensed opinion?
Sure.
Andrew Garfield is the best Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire is the best Peter Parker. And Tom Holland is an okay middle ground.
Okay. I disagree. But I don't know where I would like put that. I feel like Tom Holland is probably the best Spider-Man. I don't even like him that much.
Interesting.
Because he's like actually representative of the age. Like I loved Tobey
True.
Maguire, but he
Yeah.
was like 30 or like mid-20s and Spider-Man's meant to be like a teenager.
Yeah.
Well, and I don't know, it was weird.
Either way, we can all agree that Into the Spider-Verse is the best version
No,
of
literally
Spider-Man
the
of all
best
time.
one. No,
There is literally
ate.
no
No, that
better
is so good. Visuals. I love comic books.
I spent money, physical
You spent
money.
physical
I
money.
spent money.
I've never done that.
No, who would? I bought the art book for Into the Spider-Verse and it is like
No way.
that thick. For audio listeners, it's
Holy-
that thick.
Thick.
It's very thick. And
Thick
I
with, like, 5C.
crushed that in like a day.
Oh my
I've read it so
God.
many times. It sits on my desk. I love it.
Where this desk in here?
No, I'll bring it in at some point.
Okay, yeah.
No, it's at my desk at
I'll
home.
wear gloves so I don't get my grimby little fingerprints on it.
I'm gonna have Doritos and then read this book.
Literally.
Anyway, let's keep talking about your
Sorry.
art career.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
I was an art kid.
Modeling. How'd you get into that then?
How do I get
So
into
you
that?
the film. We
You
already
did the
talked about
film.
this. With the
But
film.
then like
Well, I did the
further, like
I did
past
the
that.
film and then I was doing these other like friend projects because I was getting like, I got like poached. So like my friend had me in her thing and then like the other people on set were like, oh, can we use you for this? Can we use you for that? Because it was like for their assessment at I forget what it's called. It's the one that's in West End. SAE.
Yeah.
So they were like using me for their stuff, and then I just like, I don't know, took the bull by the horns. I think at that point I was like, oh, is this like a thing? I didn't know it was a thing. I generally didn't think that you could model in Brisbane. I just didn't think it was a thing. And no offense to all the models, but I just didn't see you at the time. I don't know. I was so like in my like 9-to-5 work bubble, and this sounds so deep, but it's like, when you're told that you can't do something, you just start believing it. And so like I just stopped thinking that I could do anything else but be an adult, which was like the sad 9-to-5 SpongeBob meme where it like flashes between him like going through a day-to-day in life. Anyway, but yeah, I just realized that I could do it. And I think I've been doing that with like a lot of things. Like, oh, I could do that. And it's working out. Sounds so dumb, but it feels really nice.
You're getting there.
I'm getting
Just
there.
Just by going,
Just by like
I'm
not
going to do
telling
that.
myself no first.
Yeah.
I had like a quote from my friend recently, Peach Tings Ashley. She said, closed
so
mouths
cool.
don't get fed.
Oh.
So like she was basically saying, like we were discussing about like asking for stuff because we hate doing that. And she was saying like, you know, closed mouths don't get fed. Basically saying like, you know, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. Which is like, there's so many sayings like that, but I feel like it rings true every time.
That's actually I really subscribe to that 100%.
I subscribe to that.
Like,
I
subscribe,
Comment.
hit the bell,
Smash that
notification.
like button.
So you went to the modeling. How did you get from modeling to becoming an event organizer?
I was doing modeling, and then I think like I was doing modeling, and then after a while I was like, I want to do this myself. I don't know. I would like with modeling most times like the photographer hits you up. For me, I was like hitting up photographers, and then when photographers are like, so what do you want to do? You have to have a concept. You can't just be like, take a picture of me, because they're going to be like, why would I do that? That's so random. So like I developed these like mood boards and these concepts, and then over time in the industry, I was told that's what being a creative director is. And so I was doing that with like my own shoots, and then I was doing that with like bigger shoots, and then other people's shoots. Like other people would ask me for like my help or assistance for me to like do something on their behalf. And then I think that helped with making the event, but that's not the reason why I did the event. I think just having that skill like just helped me actually like know how to run things in big groups. It's just Ali's over there, and she's
Hi,
really
Ali.
pretty,
Hi,
and
Ali.
I love her.
So then the event, what was the event then?
So like Spinning Wildfire was an event that was like an answer to the question for a lot of people, I feel like in the like BIPOC community, which was like, where do we belong? Why aren't we seen? How can I be seen?
Our audience is very white. Do you want to
Hi.
maybe dive into that a little bit more?
So BIPOC stands for Black, Indigenous, People of Color. You can also just use POC, which is People of Color as well. In the Brisbane scene, we are very not seen at times, and I think that's because a lot of us migrate to different cities like Sydney and Melbourne, or a lot of us just don't get the opportunity to be seen like at all. And so I basically was like, why should we wait around for someone else to do it for us? We could just do it ourselves. Is really it. I don't know. It sounds like narcissistic, but like I just thought like I could try, and if it failed, then it would fail. But if I didn't try, then I wouldn't know. And it's actually been like super fun the whole time. Like I haven't had any trouble with it, but I've been like supported by like a lot of people. Like I didn't think anyone would care. I didn't think anyone would want to do anything with it. But from the get-go, so many people wanted to help me. And that was just like amazing.
So how did it actually come together then? Like from that initial moment of you being like, I'm going to make Spinning Wildfire happen.
Yeah.
First of all, how did you decide on the name?
Okay.
And then like just go through the whole journey.
The whole process? Yeah. Okay, so we were in a group chat and we were like, ugh, I want to move to Melbourne, but I can't afford it. Melbourne culture there is so amazing. Brisbane sucks. I don't know if I believe that anymore. But I was like at the time, Brisbane sucks, I hate it here. And our friends were like, yeah, I'm so upset, I can't afford to move, but like, what are we going to do? We're just going to have to stay here. So we're kind of like, so why don't we do something ourselves? It was like the whole like, let's just make a band, which is, so like we basically just made a band. They were like, you should do something. I was like, okay, I'll do something. They like hyped me up enough. I was like, okay, I'll do something. But I didn't do anything. I had the idea, I'll do a art show or something of some sort. But I didn't actually decide I was going to do anything with it until a couple weeks later. I had lunch with Charlotte, who ended up being my marketing director, and she was like, that sounds like a great idea. I can help you with that. And I was like, okay, which is like step one. Like I told someone my idea and they offered their like help, which is what I mean. Like, I couldn't have done anything without anyone's help, because even for myself, like, I didn't even think I had like my own confidence to do it. Like, I needed like, it sounds like I needed validation, but like I just needed that like extra support all the time, because when you think of an event, you don't think that like one person could do it by themselves. You don't think that someone who's never run it by themselves could do it by themselves, but you actually can. You actually can. It's crazy. And I know so many people that do. Atomics does. All of their events are by themselves. And I used to talk to Atomics all the time before I did my event, and I would just like look up to them so much. Like, you do a lot of work by yourself. That is insane. And so like I talked to Charlotte, and Charlotte was like, oh yeah, like I'll help you with this event. I was like, amazing. And then over time I was just talking to more people. I was talking to Mona, and then she was like, that sounds like a great idea. I didn't even have a name for it. The working title, there was no working title. It was just this event that I'm going to put up. But I was with her, and I just like looked up, like, I literally looked up into Google, first black artist. And then it came up with Henry Aswana. I think that's how you say it. Henry Tanner Aswana. And he is like the first male black artist. Obviously there's like a lot of artists that were like unrecorded in history, but he was the first like recorded male artist.
Ever.
Yeah, ever.
Right, wow.
In the United States. And then he had this like painting called Spinning by Firelight, and I was like, sick. And then I looked up like female artists, and it was this Native American woman called, her name's Wildfire, like that's her name. Like it's like Joaquin Phoenix, I have like their like names. Her name was Wildfire, but she had like another name that she went by. So I kind of like just combined the two. So it was like a tribute name. Yeah. But I just liked how it sounded, and I thought it was like really cool, because like when you think of like spinning, you can, like movement and like DJ decks and like wildfire, like we're gonna burn this shit down, and like it's gonna be like so much energy, and like the colors were really good, because like when I was talking with Charlotte, she was talking about branding a lot, and I was kind of like, man, I have no idea.
And, we will have branding.
Yeah, we have branding. Well, she was like really hyping me up. She was like, we could get like this going. We could get like food sponsorships. Like that's where all the food sponsorships came from. That was like her idea. But I never would have had that confidence that we could be supported by like those restaurants and drink sponsors, because like I had no idea. No idea what I was doing. My advice for anyone is like, if you don't know what you're doing, that's totally fair, because no one does. No one knows what the hell they're doing. I never know what I'm doing, and I'm here. And I got here just by asking people for help. It's really easy, I guess, but it's like the hardest thing to do is to like decide you're going to do something and then ask people for the assistance to do it. But yeah, the event kind of just like kept snowballing. Like I thought it was going to be this little like intimate thing, and ended up being this like huge kind of like situation. I was kind of like overwhelmed by it at one point. Like I had a meeting with Julian, who's like the venue, the studio manager, and Ali and Daphne. And we were like in the room over there in the office, and we were like, I think we need to like close the doors. Like we were like panicking. We're like, there's too many people in here, which like wouldn't have been my issue. We had like people lined up outside who were like, please let us in. And we're like, we can't let you in right now. So they're just waiting.
Wow.
And then they were like, if someone leaves, can we just go in? And then we were kind of like, oh, that kind of sounds like a good idea. So then we had the people at the door like, if you left, someone else would come in.
Right.
So like it was like a
sort of like a club
like
situation.
a club situation. But like I never thought that was gonna happen. I didn't think anyone cared. I thought it was just this dumb idea. Because like in my mind, if people cared, why hadn't it been done before? Like I'm just some dumb 21-year-old Joe Schmo off the block. Like I've got no money. I've got nothing.
Is that your new artist name? Joe Schmo?
Joe Schmo. Joe Schmo.
It's not bad.
Tom Joe Schmo. And I don't know, like, if it was so important to everyone, then why did it take me to do it? So I just didn't think anyone cared. But, like, I guess people did in the end. Like, I thought it would matter, but I didn't think it would, like, matter as much as it did to so many people.
How'd you get the confidence to go and talk to someone about this idea that you had?
I think I've just got a loud mouth. I have the disease where I say something and I'm like, oh, I wish I didn't say that, like a lot. Okay. But then I have like a lot of like anxiety, so I don't know how that works. Just like the two.
It's like Bomdas. It should cancel out, but they
Oh my god,
they
that's so
just
funny.
amplify each other.
You seem to work that into a lot of episodes these days.
Yeah, I want a Bomdas counter.
Were you a math kid?
No, he was a math kid.
I loved
you were
math.
more a math kid than I was.
Yeah, I was.
When did you stop liking math?
Like last day of grade 12? No, I don't know.
Last day of grade 12.
I did well. Like I got A's
no, it
in
was
math
good.
B, but I just didn't like it.
B.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
aye captain.
I was a
OP2
math
kid
B,
right here.
And then you got an OP2?
Yeah.
I got an OP5.
Get it?
Yeah, nice.
Get it.
4. I got a 4.
Slay. Okay. I'm at the bottom. That's fine. Immediately, it's like, okay. That's fine. Dumb Schmo 21. Me.
Joe Dumb Schmo.
Joe Schmo. Joe.
Anyway,
Joe Mama.
I don't. He hates that joke.
I'm so sorry.
He hates
I
it
don't hate it
so
that much. I get it
I'm
all
so
the time at
sorry.
work too.
So funny. Someone said it to you
Something
probably like a year ago, and it was the first time. No, it was when we got here. It was Zach. Zach said it to him. No one else had ever said it to him when I was
really?
here. When I was there, I'd never thought of it. It never come up in my head because I've known him for so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it never occurred in my brain that it was
Yeah.
the same meme.
Uh,
And now I say
did
it.
you laugh?
Nah. I don't know. Probably
I think
not.
so, I don't
Probably
laugh.
not.
I don't laugh.
I'm a
No, I don't.
stoic man.
I never cried as a
I,
baby.
I subscribe to the stoicism laws.
That's it.
Yeah.
Slow.
Anyway, back to the event. You were organizing this event.
Yeah.
How did it actually end up physically coming together? So you just went around and asked a bunch of people.
Yeah, literally,
Right.
literally, which is literally, this sounds so dumb, but literally what I did. So like my artist, the reason why he was so big is I messaged, so all the artists that ended up being like, when I talk about the artists, I'm talking about like the performers,
Yep.
like the DJs and the live performers.
And like the people that exhibited and stuff as well.
No, like in this case,
specifically those.
specifically in this context with this sentence, this exact wording.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm talking about right now. So the 4 DJs and like the 5 or 6 singers that we had,
Okay.
I messaged them individually and was like, I'm putting on this event. Do you want to be in it? Thinking that they'd probably say no. And I looked up to a lot of them and I still do because like they've been in the industry way longer than I have, especially Nisha. I'm obsessed with bringing up Nisha. She runs Femme Fatale and she's a part of House of Alexander. And to them, they are like what my event was like looking up to. Like, okay, this is what the event has to be similar to, like similar values, similar vision. And so when I messaged her, I was like, there's no way in hell. And like so many other artists too, like Demila, oh my God. I was like, there's no way, but they all said yes. And so I didn't want to tell them no because I was like, I really like all of them. So I just had to commit to this like 8 singer lineup. So that's where like that started.
Right.
If I had like known, if I had taken like a better approach, I suppose, from a business standpoint, I would have just messaged one person and then been like, let's just work with one person. But no, I ended up having like a long lineup because I thought no one would say yes. But everyone said yes. And I was like, fuck.
You can swear. It's okay.
Fuck. It's like, I've got to deal with 8 people now. What am I going to do? And that's why it ended up being so long because I had to give everyone a good amount of time to shine. Right. And a lot of the artists, I was like, do you want to do 30 minutes? They're like, I want to do an hour. I'm like, yep, whatever you want.
Whatever makes you happy.
Whatever makes you happy. Thanks for coming. So yeah, that's how that ended up being like super big. But yeah, everything else was just messaging people or just knowing people that had been in conversations before that wanted to do stuff or like wanted to show their work. So it's just like, hey, do you want to do it? And they're like, yeah. And I had like people who said no, and that's totally fair because like they didn't know me. This event had never happened before. I didn't know what I was doing. Like totally fair. Like if I was an artist and some random girl messaged me, was like, do you want to be in my event? And I didn't even have like an Instagram page. I had nothing. I had like a Google document. That's all I had. If people like had more questions, I'd be like, here's our Google document link. And I would like send it to them. And it was like this huge like document that I'd like written everything in. It was like my Bible, as people call it. Yeah, I wouldn't have done it. Like if I was an artist, I totally understand why people wouldn't have done it. Because like chaos. Well, like even like big festivals and big events that have like years ahead of them and like whole teams running it, they can just totally go to shit because of one thing. But I didn't have anything bad happen. And I had fire. I had people throwing fire around and nothing bad happened. Like that's really good.
That's very impressive.
Very impressive. I'm very happy with myself
Maybe
and my
next time.
team. Maybe next time. Are you plotting? Are you
no.
plotting?
No.
Maybe next time. Winky face. And you helped me a lot with the music as well.
I don't think you even ended up using the USB, but I did my best.
No, I did that for the first song.
Yes.
But
That was
not the
very
second
helpful.
one.
Maya was having
Good on ya.
issues.
I was freaking out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
me and my computer skills saved the day.
Literally. And
Every time.
that other person that was there.
Hannah.
Slay Hannah.
Get it, Hannah.
Get it, Hannah. Hannah Hannah single-handedly saved
You're doing really
Wow.
well.
This
This is like this is
I
the
get
Sims podcast now.
The Sims
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? Hannah single-handedly saved Spitting Wildfire's dance performances.
That
That's what I
actually
wanted
is
to
a
say.
tongue twister.
That is, yeah.
I don't know how that happened.
That was a good effort.
It hurt. My brain hurts. It's like
It's like when
the
ice is
cogs.
cracking.
Yeah. No, but that was a slay.
Why do you think an event like Spinning Wildfire for the BIPOC community in Brisbane hadn't happened yet?
I literally don't know. I don't know. I really have no idea. Because, like, the audience was there for it, but it just wasn't happening. But, like, they had, like, other things. Like, Le Bois Theatre would do stuff. They had, like, Seven Methods of Killing Kylie Jenner. I don't know if you've heard it.
Nope.
It's like a theater production. It's it touches a base a lot about like issues that happen in like the Black community, like specifically the American Black community.
Yeah.
And so like after the show they had like a runway. I was in the runway, so and they had like food and they had like art, and I was like, that is so fun. But like they've had stuff like that before. I don't think they just had it at the capacity that we had it. Well, I don't think they had maybe pushed like exclusively like BIPOC artists before. Like maybe that was like the difference. I'm not quite sure why though. But there was always like Black events happening, like club events and festivals. I just don't think there was like an art show twist to it, I think. That was maybe like palatable for like a lot of the Brisbane creatives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's because I'm more in the same circles that you are.
Yeah.
But Spinning Wildfire was the first time that I ever saw like a specifically BIPOC event
Okay,
being
slay.
put on.
Oh,
and
slay.
that was even like advertised to the level that Spinning Wildfire was.
Oh, really?
Because I saw
That makes me
Spinning
really
Wildfire
happy.
everywhere.
Okay, good.
Like everywhere. Like posters and Instagram posts and stories, and like every 2 days I'd see someone being like, I'm showing, I'm
there.
performing or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen anything like that. And I remember talking to people at the event about like the event.
Yeah.
And I was like, have you ever been to anything like this before? And almost all of them were like, nah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of that feedback too. It's like shocking. It like keeps me up at night sometimes because I'm like, ugh.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Well, because
Yeah.
I said it when I left. I said it in the vlog because I made like a little
I saw that. I
vlog
can't wait to
thing.
see it.
Audio listeners, I just smiled really big.
Yay.
Cheesy grin.
No, but in that vlog, I said like I have never in my life I've lived in Brisbane for 21 years.
Slay.
Never in my life been in a more diverse crowd, which
Slay.
is wild. Like outside of the US and Europe, like in Australia, I've never seen anything like it.
Oh my god.
Which was
But I just get the shakes. I
Yeah,
don't know,
but
it's
it's-
like a big compliment to me.
yeah,
Thank you.
but it's wild because it shouldn't be the case. Like
yeah, that's also weird too.
Brisbane is such a diverse city. Like you
it's
walk
really
around,
diverse.
You walk around like Queen Street Mall, and it's incredibly diverse. But you go to an event and it's all white people.
Slay though.
Slay for
Slay,
us.
slay, slay, slay. You guys are eating. You guys really ate and left the crumbs for us. No
But
kidding.
like we've talked about it on the podcast before, how like a big part of our goals as a podcast is to be as diverse as possible.
Nice.
But it
Sorry.
Thanks.
I don't know why I said it
you
like
for
that. I don't know why I said it like that.
All right, that's
Nice.
it. We're validated now. We can
Done.
stop.
Been
That's
validated.
it.
Fucking validated.
We can go back to
Existence
all the rich
validated.
white guys. That's it. We're done now.
Literally. Where's Mark Zuck? when you need him? Like, we need to
He's
pull
actually
a chair.
next week. He's next
Oh,
week. Yeah.
true that. Yeah.
I-
Nice.
But no, I like that was my big takeaway from being at Spinning Wildfire was
Yeah.
being like, wow, like, like for the first time feeling like it's how Brisbane actually is and not how you see it, if that makes sense.
A lot of people like met each other that have never met each other before, and I was like really shocked because like you guys do the same thing in the same city and you've never met each other. And like even like the photo shoots leading up to it were like really fun. Like everyone was having so much fun. Like I wish I could. I'm looking back now, and we were like me and my team were always like, oh, we should have like vlogged it, or should have had like actual like behind the scenes videography, because everyone was having so much fun, like getting to know each other and like hyping each other up and taking videos and like adding each other. It was like its own like separate party, which I plan to make more of like a part of the experience of being an artist, is like those moments before the event like is a part of building that community. So like Spinning Wildfire has like close friends on Instagram, so if you're an artist you get to go on our like close friends page. So like
Cute.
that's slay. And so that's like something else that we've like been doing. It's just like empowering our team and everyone. But yeah, it's been fun. I don't know what else to say. It's just been really fun. And really fun. I'm really thankful. Can't believe it happened.
So then what's next? Are we going to do it again?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, we are. We just like don't know where to do it, because now we're like okay, we've got a name. Let's not like fuck it up, basically. And like we would do it here again, but obviously like it's not going to be here anymore because here won't exist. Bye. And then we're going to do like a day version soon. So we're thinking about doing like a flea market. So it's going to be like all like BIPOC like sellers and merchants. And like just like the same thing, like food and like if you want, you can drink. But like it's more about like, it's the day version. So it's less like DJ Doof Doof and it's more like...
That's me. DJ Doof
DJ Doof Doof and
What's
Joe
up?
Schmo 21 calling in from the podcast. No, yeah. But we're like excited to just see where it goes. And it's been really good. It's been good.
Is there any other changes that you want to make after the last show? After doing that kind of, well, you know, it's the first big thing.
Yeah.
Are there any other changes you wanted to make?
We want to have more food available. We've got this like really cool, I'm totally not going to remember their name, which sucks, but they make pizzas in Brisbane. And they literally make pizzas and they put all the dirt, like all the proceeds to helping fund India's education system, like women in India, and especially like women, like children in India. So we're going to like have them on board. And it's really exciting. We want to have like poetry next time. We want to do like a room where there's like poetry and we want to maybe, this is like too much tea. We want to like have
We're getting
like
the scoop.
we're going to scoop. We're going to have like the artists or like if they want to have someone else do it for them, like say the poetry and then there'll be audio playing in the room. So if you listen carefully, like one poetry is being said at a time or like it's all like overlap each other. Like this loud noise of words. I don't know. And then I've got some architecture students who are going to show their like buildings. You know how they make like models of buildings? Yeah, I've got like 4 students who are like, we really want to do it. Like we really want to. I'm like, okay. Yeah. I'm like, okay, do it. In terms of changing stuff, there's literally not much I would change, I don't think. But we have stuff that we're like keeping in mind. Like we want to have like more volunteers. We want to get more people on the team. Just want to be more prepared because like we did it in like 3 weeks and that's like not good. Like it ended up being good for us, but like a standard time is like you take like 6 months to do something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I just got like a war flashback of like, it was like day in, day out. Like I'd wake up at 6 a.m. It's like, that's all I was doing, like spin a wildfire stuff all throughout my day. It'd be like 3 a.m. the next day and then I'd wake up 6 a.m. like boom, like again. Cause like every day you're behind 6 things. And even if you do like, oh, thank God I've got all these like big things out of the way. There's like 5 big things coming. You're getting closer and closer to the event. So like all this like hype is coming up and then just a lot of work. But it's like, it was really fun. It's kind of easy as well. I know I just like said it was a lot of work, but it was kind of easy work.
How would you better manage that next time apart from just like putting more time between now and the event?
I don't know. I think I personally like working, so I don't know if I'd be able to stop.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So do you reckon that time crunch helped the quality of the event?
I actually don't know. But like, so my team is of 5 people. Trey was like a head of media. They were doing the photography and the videography for like the promo. When we first met with him, he had just moved from Perth. It'd been like 4 days that he'd been in Brisbane. And I was like honest with him. I'm like, hey, look, like we've got like this really short deadline. I don't want to put any pressure on you. You're like still literally living in boxes. Like you don't have to do anything. And he was like, no, we can do a photo shoot. He like looked me dead in the eyes like, we can do a photo shoot. And so we had this like photo shoot that he was pumping out. Like he would do the photo shoot, which would be like a 9 to 6 day. And then that night he would edit until like 12. Like that's what I mean. Like he was crunching. Like everyone was on this like big crunch time all the time. But like it's kind of weird. Like everyone wanted to, was like my understanding at least. So that like helped. So I feel like it did kind of help the quality. Because I wasn't going to do a photo shoot, but like the photographer was like, no, I will do one. Like I want to do one. And everyone was kind of like always doing that. Like, no, let's do it. Like, let's just do it. Like, fuck it, let's just do it. It was like always the energy. Like a lot of things were last minute. Like the fire people, that was like a couple of days for the event. I was like, let's just get the fire twirlers in. Like, fuck it. Because I just knew a bunch of fire twirlers. So
What a random thing to just have up your sleeve.
It
I just know a couple fire
Good
twirlers.
party trick, yeah.
Well, I used to go to New Farm Park and
I used to go to clown college.
I used to go to New Farm Park and we would like hang out, and then like there were these fire twirlers who were like offset, and like I would just go and say hi to them all the time.
Right.
And so I just got the like details over time because like exchanging like social interactions, and then
Yeah, those things that human beings do.
humans be doing
Yeah.
that. And so I had their deets, and so I hit them up, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll do it." And I was like, "Fuck yeah." So cool.
I was gonna be like sad.
And like the Wreck This Wall thing, that was like last minute because the like mural artist cancelled.
Right, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, because everyone loved the shit out of that.
Yeah.
And like that paint wasn't necessarily for that. That was like something else that I was doing. And then because we like ran out of time, the paint was left on the floor like by accident, but it like worked out because like it was great. Because like Daphne was like concerned it would get really messy, and I was like, no, it'll be like totally fine. And then we never made a decision on it. It was like I want to do it and she didn't. And then like the paint was just left there because we were just like busy, and then everyone just used it.
I think I was the first person to draw something on that
Really?
wall. Yeah, because I got here at like 3 o'clock and I was like, ha.
You're like slay. That's so good.
We'll do one more question about spinning wildfire and then we'll move on.
Okay.
What would you say is the biggest thing that you learned from putting on an event? Not just like your first event, but an event at that scale. Like it was like, what, 400 people
Yeah.
that came through, like all in all over the night?
Yeah. We sold 300 tickets, and then we sold like 150 at the door.
That's insane.
Yeah. Well, like that was crazy because we like sold on, that was like another thing. It was like the night. It was like 4 p.m. And it was like suddenly our phones were just blowing up, like the tickets were just gone. And then the Instagram was blowing up because people were like messaging being like, are there any more tickets? And then our phones were like ringing because people, like the artists, for example, would be like, oh, my friend didn't get a ticket. Like, can they still come? Like, can they still buy a ticket? And like other people that we know that were coming just being like, oh, can I bring a friend? And so like we were like over capacity of what to do. So then Julian had mentioned to me just earlier that day, like, have you considered doing door sales? And I was like, I don't know, because like tickets are like still available. And he was like, you should do some door sales. Because like good old daddy Julian knows what he's doing.
He knows what's up.
He knows what's up.
King Juliet.
And so like we had considered that at the time. So then when I saw that happening, me and Daphne were like, we just got to do some door sales because there's no way. So we had to make this last minute post of like, door sales are happening. But yeah, it was quite big in response to that. But in something that I learned about the event, I guess just like literally the world is your oyster. It sounds so corny. But going back to what I said originally, I didn't think anyone would care. I didn't think I could do it. And throughout the whole process, I didn't think it was going to happen. I thought something bad was going to happen. It was so easy, oddly enough. But it was like with the support that I was having from everyone that made it like worthwhile. But that was because I was not afraid to ask for the help. I guess knowing that like you don't have to do anything on your own, even if you want to do like a crazy big idea. And when I like look back now, like now that I'm answering this question, that happens with like a lot of things. Like a lot of big movies start off with like the fucking director being like, can I write a movie over your book? And then
that's exactly how it happens too. With that exact phrasing.
yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I've seen the DMs.
Yeah,
I've
Steven
seen
Spielberg, he calls the dude that wrote Jurassic Park and he goes,
Slay.
hey, can I write a movie
Can I
about
write a
your
book?
book? That'd be sick.
Can I write your book? With my camera? Like literally, but that's what I mean. Like just don't be afraid to ask for help. And just don't sell yourself short. Like you don't know your capacity. But like obviously don't do something that you think maybe you should actually need help with. But I don't know. It was really easy. So like I'm really excited to see like what happens next in my life. I have no plans right now. I'm literally just chilling. Just chilling. That event like happened like 3 weeks of planning, and then 2 weeks before that I had the idea. So that was like a month. That would be like now it's July. If in September I had this really big thing happening and I have no idea.
Right.
So
So
that's what I mean.
you're saying tomorrow you could be like, I'm going to do this wild thing. And then in September we'll have something to look forward to.
That's scary. That's what I mean. Like I'm just taking life day by day. I'm not selling myself short. Never afraid to ask for help. Yeah.
Taking your time with it.
Taking my time.
Do you have ideas for your art practice then for what you want to do next? In terms of like modeling and things like that? Or are you just fully vibing?
Fully vibing. Just like really want to travel more. I've been doing lots of traveling. I'm going to Sydney at the end of July because Tyler,
You were
the creator.
just in Melbourne, weren't you?
Yeah. And then I was in Sydney after that. And then I was in Byron.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
You're just
Yep, yep.
plane tickets. Sick.
Yeah, plane tickets. Plane tickets are kind of cheap. They're like $200 if you can really find the good days. I spent $200 to go to Melbourne. I stayed with a friend, so I spent no money on a comm, and then the tickets were like $198.
Right.
Mm.
I got my Tassie tickets for 150
I want to go
or
to
250.
Tasmania.
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 Yeah,
But it
I'm doing the
sounds
same
like
thing. I'm staying with
crazy.
friends. So
Saving on the
chilling.
comm is like the best thing to do.
Yeah.
If you can do it.
just know people everywhere and you're fine. Make lots of friends and force them to let you stay with them.
Literally force them.
Yeah.
Call them and be like, please.
Please?
Please?
Please. I
Don't
would
make me
really
pay.
like to,
I'd rather
please.
pay
Or
you if anything.
just show up.
Just
Just show up.
I'm here for a week. Ding, ding,
Hey,
ding.
what's up? The best company is unannounced.
No, but why would that happen like in every sitcom ever? They would like open the door and then like the celebrity guest star walks
Hey.
in. Literally! Like, I'm your sister. I'm here for the weekend.
Oh my god, that's Isla Fisher.
Literally. I was like, okay. Oh my god, Rachel McAdams. Or something. It's like always a random person.
Betty White.
Oh my god, Ben Stiller.
It's just getting progressively more and more obscure. The guy from the third episode of Big Bang Theory.
Oh my god, Slay. Who's that?
Sheldon's cousin.
Young Sheldon.
Apparently that
is so
show is
cursed.
terrible.
I saw a DVD of it today because I was in JB Hi-Fi and I just was like, who the fuck is buying this hard copy? Like-
Me in about 30 minutes.
I thought it'd be like a really good prank gift. I was like staring at it. I'm like, it's not that expensive if I was doing it for like a birthday.
How much was it?
I don't remember. It was like under $20 when I saw it.
Okay.
Well, because like my partner's birthday is coming up and he fucking hates Young Sheldon. So I was thinking about it. I was like, I could just buy him this and be like, happy birthday, you fucking hate it.
You should do it and wrap it in a much larger box.
Oh my god, yes. I used to love those memes.
It's still a good meme. I stand by it.
I love those memes though when like they're like unwrapping it and it's like another box with like this little tiny thing and it's like a key or like a new car. Like Slay. Yeah, it's fun.
You do that. You
Wish.
put a key, but the key is to a lockbox that
It
has
has
Young Sheldon in it.
Nice.
Or you make it look like it's car keys,
Yeah.
but the car is a rental, and you have
Right.
to unlock the car, open the boot, and there's
Right.
Young Sheldon. But it's actually the
True.
actor that plays Young Sheldon just in the boot.
Oof. That's sad.
I love it.
I'm still recovering.
Still recovering. Were you sick?
I was sick. I was sick during Spring Wildfire actually.
You sick.
I was sick and I was sick. It
Yeah.
was so sad. So like
The-
the week before Spring Wildfire, I was in Melbourne. So I was doing shit in a state, which was like also the worst thing. Cause like back to like what I was saying, I was gonna go to Melbourne for a retreat because I deserved to relax. And then I made this idea to do this event, right? And then the Melbourne trip was going to end 3 days before I went back to Brisbane. So I was in Melbourne for a week before Spring Wildfire, and that just made things even more difficult.
Right.
Because I couldn't actually be here to do stuff, which was super good because my team was here to do stuff, but I wasn't. So it was like this inner state.
Like, good luck, idiots. Have fun.
It was so annoying. And like when I was doing like social media stuff, because I was doing all the social media, like the graphics and like I was doing like the reels and like the videos and stuff, that was just like torture because I'd have to like send it over to someone to like view, then like. So I wouldn't do that again. But like that's what I mean. Like I planned this trip and then my brain was like, let's just plan an event at the same time. Toxic.
Of course. That's
Of course.
that's what every sane person would do.
Every sane person would do that.
So you were a theatre kid, right? You said.
Yeah.
What sort of theatre? Like musical theatre or acting?
Like acting. Like I wanted to be an actor when I was a child. This sounds so dumb. When I was a child. No, it's not dumb. It's not dumb. I figure that we all have this deep down, most people at least. When you grow up watching a lot of Hollywood culture and American culture that sells you on this dream that one day you're gonna like blow up and be super rich, I think like I got that and I never let it go. Like it just like stuck in me. And so I was obsessed with this idea of being an actor, and I never even took acting lessons. So I don't know where that even came from. And I would like beg my mom, be like, I want to be an actor. I want to be an actor. And she'd be like, why? And I'd just be like, I just want to be an actor so bad. And so I was a theater kid, I think, on that premise more than actually liking the art. Just on the
Right.
idea of like the benefits of acting.
You're like I've watched iCarly once.
Not iCarly. Am I an iCarly? Oh my God, am I an iCarly.
love iCarly.
Should we do random dancing?
So-
Kidding. No, please. I actually don't want to do
This is
that.
a secret prank show.
Yeah.
Can you imagine if the setup for a prank was
Hobnocker.
45 minutes of recorded podcast?
Ew. Torture and PTSD.
That'd be horrific. I just watched the iCarly
The remake.
remake.
I've seen 2 episodes from that. It's so stale.
I
It's so
really
stale.
enjoyed it.
No, you don't.
I really
You also like
enjoyed
the
it.
Andrew Garfield version
This
of
is
Spider-Man, though. So I don't trust you
My
anymore.
opinion doesn't
Wait, did
count.
you see Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I did.
Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay, good.
I actually loved that movie.
I loved it so
I
much.
saw a meme today that was like movies that are about family, and if you say anything bad about it, they'll kill you. And it's like Everything Everywhere All at Once, Paddington 2.
Paddington
and,
2! I've
like,
never seen it.
It's so good.
I've never seen the Paddington
It's
Bear thing.
so-
You don't like it?
Sorry,
Okay.
I haven't seen it.
I got forced to watch it because I went and saw The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent,
Okay.
which is the new Nicolas Cage movie. Also fantastic.
Did
It's
you watch
really
Top
good.
Gun?
Yes.
Did you like it?
Not in a it's a good movie way.
Okay, okay. I haven't
In
seen
a
it because
planes
I feel
go
like it's
fast
cringe.
Yeah, in a I went into Top Gun derailing. I went into Top Gun
Okay.
fully anticipating that I would hate it because I hate war movies. Like I'm
Oh, is it about war? Oh,
it's a Yes, it's about jet planes. What did you
It's,
wait, I
not,
wanna hear
it's
what-
not like a war
I thought it was
movie.
like San Andreas or something. Like it's like an action-packed, like military-esque film.
Yeah, I mean I guess that's kind of
I mean, I guess
right.
that is still about war, though.
Yeah.
So like, I don't really know what happened on my
yeah,
end.
but it's not like
So
Saving
is
Private
it
Ryan where
based
it's like
on
a D-Day.
war? Like,
No.
is it like Saving Private Ryan?
No,
No.
no, it's like the 3/4 of the movie is like training montages, and then the
Slay.
last quarter of
Wait,
the
I
movie.
love montages, though.
Yeah, the last quarter of the movie is just them fighting an unnamed bad guy. They literally call them bad guys in the movie. They never say like we're going
Ew,
to
that's so
Russia.
cringe.
Yeah, but I like hate.
That's actually an ick for me. If you like Top Gun, like I'm not
guys.
kidding.
I,
When men say bad guys,
I gotta go fight the bad guys.
bad guy. My
Um,
boss is such a bad guy.
my that Joe Schmo, he's a
Joe
bad
Schmo.
guy.
He's a bully.
He's a bully guy.
Bully me.
No, I hate war movies like Saving Private Ryan and like anything that's I just can't do it.
Okay.
Top Gun, I went into it, I was like, I'm gonna hate this, and then the whole movie I was like, oh, plane.
Slay.
So yeah, no, it was fun.
I just don't like Tom Cruise. No
Me
offense.
neither.
Oh,
That's
you
fair.
don't?
Me
Okay,
neither.
cool.
But he's not Tom Cruise in this movie. He's cool plane man.
You know what I watched recently, and I don't like the actor. I don't like Jared Leto because
No.
lots of reasons.
Fair.
But I watched Requiem for a Dream for the first time. Oh my god, have you seen it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very long time ago.
Oh my god, it ate. It ate. It ate. Literally left no crumbs. My whole brain was exploding. And then I watched Clockwork Orange.
A
Have you seen
Clockwork
that?
Orange, the Stanley Kubrick one.
Yes.
That's a banging movie.
Yeah, I watched that afterwards.
Terrifying.
I actually thought Requiem for a Dream was worse.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just because like visually it was just very confrontational.
Right.
But then like Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork Orange. A Clockwork Orange.
Clockwork.
Yeah.
Of no orange.
No of.
No of.
Yes, Orange.
Yes, Orange. No
Clockwork
of.
Orange.
That one
A
movie
clock-
where they wear jumpsuits.
Yeah.
Yeah. I find that movie scary not because it's like scary, but
Yeah.
like the themes of
The
that movie are
futurism
just
of
so.
it.
You haven't seen it, have you?
No.
You have a movie list tonight.
He has a
clearly.
long ass movie
You have
list
a
from
long
dude.
list.
I've watched a lot of the
What's
movies
what's
on the
what's
list.
the movie that you like? Because we've just been talking about movies we like.
I don't know.
Don't say Top Gun.
I don't know. You put me on the
Do
spot.
you like Fight Club?
Fight Club's actually my favorite.
Is it excellent? Okay, I really like it.
I don't know.
Do you
What
like
was
the
the last
Marvel
movie I saw?
movies?
Yeah.
See, I don't really like them either.
I was saying this
They're-
today. I
they're
don't
good.
really care anymore.
No.
I hate that they've taken over Hollywood. They've just taken over Hollywood by storm. And like it's like if you don't watch Marvel movies, people don't like you anymore. It's really weird.
Yeah. I'm seeing Thor on Friday.
Oh, okay, so
Like I still watch
the
them,
consumer.
but I treat them
yeah.
I treat them like a bad amusement park ride now.
But it's so funny. A bad amusement. Oh my
Like
god.
I'm like I'll get
Well,
around to it, you
like
know?
a ride that you've grown out of.
Yeah.
oh,
Like the
that's
little.
so
like
Like
the
it's
little
sad.
roller coaster.
It's not a Superman escape. It's like a Scooby Doo house at Movie World.
Yeah.
That's such a Queensland reference,
Oh
but
my God,
everyone
that is
will know
very
what I mean.
Queensland.
Yeah.
It's giving Queensland.
Yeah. What's your favorite movie?
I've got a few. I love the
You
Iron
can name
Giant.
3. I love the Iron
Yeah, that's my favorite like childhood like animation picture. That movie just gets my
Yeah.
soul every time. He's so sweet.
Mm.
I like that movie. I used to say Fight Club, but like now it just gives off the wrong energy.
Kind of cringe.
It's kind of cringe now. I'm cringe. No, you have to be cringe. Do you believe that you can get anywhere in life without being cringe?
No, I post a
Literally,
vlog
the
every
answer
day.
is no. You have to be cringe if you want to get anywhere.
Yeah.
Everything you do is cringe.
Posting things online is cringe.
My-
Unironically.
My
Unironically.
yeah,
I
no,
know.
literally, no,
Yeah.
literally. When I used to look back at my old modeling pics, I almost like archive them all because I
Yeah.
hate them all because I'm like, this is so cringe. My captions are cringe.
Yeah.
Everything about it is cringe.
I spent a year and a half not telling people that we did a podcast because I was
Stop!
like, that's
That's
cringe.
so
We're like
bad. No cringe, but like cringe is good. No, I don't know. Damn it, my movies. Now I don't know.
I was
Go
saying
on.
really recently that my favorite movie, like I have a top 4.
Yeah.
But my favorite changes depending on who I'm talking to.
Oof,
Like it
that's
depends
so
on
true.
it
Like who you want
depends
to
like
impress.
like is it like no more so like are they gonna get the wrong impression of me if I say
So true.
like my favorite movie like genuinely is The Shining, but there's certain people where if I say that, see I would have never said that to you.
I only winced because my partner really loves that movie.
so
Like he swears by that movie.
I
He loves
rewatch it probably 4 times a year.
and because Stanley Kubrick did it, right?
Yeah,
So when we watched Clockwork Orange,
A
I
Clockwork
said
Orange.
that right. Oh,
You almost did. You were close.
I was thinking about it. Yeah, when we watched it, he was just like raving about Stanley not the whole time. That sounds psychotic. He was just raving about it like afterwards. He's like, because Stanley like blah 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 and Stanley this, and I'm like, okay, okay,
Buddy.
Stanley, Mr. Stanley, Mr. Kubrick. No, he's got a good fan base though.
It's great.
He's
2
really
of my
good.
top 4 are Stanley Kubrick.
Clockwork Orange.
No. It's actually
Said it
it's
right
worse. It's even more film bro. So my top 4 is The Shining, and then it's
Wall of Wall Street.
no, that's not
Okay.
Stanley Kubrick. That's right. It's Paths of Glory, which is like
Oh,
a
never
black
seen
and white
it.
Stanley Kubrick movie from the 50s, which funnily enough is a war movie,
How
but
old
it's
is he?
not.
Is
He's
he
dead.
dead?
He's very dead.
Oh, he's
He
dead.
died in the 90s.
Oh,
Yeah, but then my other 2 favorites are Into the Spider-Verse and A Man from Earth.
Slay. What's A Man from Earth?
It's a really little. This is the one that I never tell people. It's a
Oh.
really little like indie movie that's
Cute.
literally shot in one room, and it's
Oh.
really really good. I'm gonna give
Wow.
no other context. I'm gonna send
Okay.
you a link to it,
Yay!
and I'm gonna put the link in the description of this podcast, and
I
you
can't
need to
wait
watch
to
it.
cry later.
It's
I feel like it's
really
a crying
good.
one.
It
Yeah.
it is, but not for the reasons that you think.
I cry in like every movie. I cried in Requiem for a Dream, like a baby.
I cried watching Encanto.
No, I didn't cry in that one.
I cried twice. I cried at the
That's not-
sad bit,
Yeah.
and I cried at
Which
the
one
part
is
where
the sad bit? Can we do spoilers on here or no?
It's an old enough
Yeah, it's
movie.
been out long
This
enough.
is yeah.
Old enough last year.
Yeah, I cried at the bit where Bruno's like, my family hates me. I
Oh,
cried
that
at
was
bit.
really sad.
And then I cried in the whole
That
bit at
was
the end where
sad.
they're like rebuilding the house, and I was like, they all
Oh,
came
that's
back
like
together.
beautiful. Yeah, that's fair.
They love each other. They all love each other.
I
now.
cried a lot watching Green Mile recently. Like
That's
I
such a
actually
good
couldn't
movie.
stop crying.
I also
It was
sobbed.
like an hour later, and I was just like, so that was good.
That movie, the bit with the mouse, gets me every time.
Oh, which
or the
one?
rat.
What does he do to it?
Am I thinking of the wrong movie?
No. I remember.
Yeah,
I
there
remember
is a
he
mouse.
does
Yeah,
something
yeah.
to it. Does he
The-
like
the
bring it
meme-
back
Doesn't
to
he,
life
like-
or something?
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah.
zaps it
No,
or
I mean
something.
the bit before that, the bit where the
Oh, he kills
prison
it.
guard like
Yeah.
stomps on the mouse.
Oh yeah,
That's
no,
right.
I
I
was
was-
crying at that too.
I was like, bro!
Like they've got nothing in there, little fucker. Oh, Shawshank Redemption. I was just thinking that because prison movies. I love prison content. I don't know why. It eats.
I actually, yeah.
Do you like Shawshank?
I haven't seen it.
What?
No.
What have you seen?
Not
have you seen
much,
Green
eh?
Mile?
I've seen it.
I actually-
Avengers: Infinity War.
I saw that. I don't know if I actually finished it. I saw it as like a kid, and I was
Awful
like,
movie to
I
see
was
as a
like,
kid.
yeah, I was like scarred by it. So I've never gone back
I
and
would be
seen
scarred
it.
by it too.
Yeah, not
Give it-
scarred by it, but I just like couldn't. I couldn't.
Actually, you know,
finish it.
Daphne watched because I told them, oh, like I saw A Clockwork Orange the other day, and they were like, oh, I had
Nailed
that on DVD when I was 14. It's like you watched that when you were 14. That's so deranged. Like with Peace and Love.
Do you have a movie that scarred you as a kid?
This sounds so dumb, but like Kung Fu Panda scarred me as a kid.
love that movie.
No, here's the thing. So like this is getting deep. So like I was 8 years old. I think I hadn't like realized life and death yet. And like when
Was Kung Fu Panda the movie that made you realize people could die?
Oh no.
like literally, and I tell this to everyone, and people love Kung Fu Panda as a trio, like a trilogy.
Yeah.
And so I'm always like, I can't do it. But I like the movie. I love it. I think it's funny. But I can't remember, like, start remembering. Like my brain like clicked.
Wow.
I was like, you will like just never come back. Like it's just darkness. Like I like my, and I was like,
Does
8.
anyone even die in that movie?
The turtle,
Yeah.
master, not
Oh.
Shifu,
Not
Oolong?
Shifu. Yes.
Yeah.
Oogway.
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 Oolong tea.
We got there.
Oogway. Yeah,
And
he
the
like turns into
villain.
cherry blossoms. It's so beautiful, and they have like this really nice score playing. And then I was like 8, and I was like, "What the fuck? He's like dead." And I was like, "I'm gonna die," and I was like, "No." And I was like, "Wait, yeah," and I like cried.
Will I become a cherry blossom?
Yeah, literally, it's so messed up.
We do have to start wrapping it up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
We are getting there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
Whoa.
know. I just
Um,
looked at the time.
Do we want to do my question?
Yeah, we'll do
Okay.
both.
We've got questions.
Yeah.
Go for it.
So, is there anything in the show
Okay.
up to this point
Okay.
that you that we've like left out, or something that you wish we'd talked about? Something you were
You
expecting
can-
to come up, and yeah, you can.
You can say no.
No, I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything you guys had that you were like, oof, I really have this like burning question
Not
of
necessarily.
like
Not really.
perspective wanting to know?
No. I
Slay.
feel like you're like leading into something.
Yeah.
No, I have
where's it
nothing.
going?
Okay.
I wish I did. I don't know why I said that with a smile.
I got nothing.
nothing. No, I've got nothing.
All right. Well, last question then. What would your advice be, or your words of wisdom to someone who is looking at starting a career in the arts, and maybe more specifically an event organizer?
My word of advice would be that if you have an idea, just think about why you want to do it, how you would do it, and who is the audience for. I think for me, like, knowing that I was doing it for like the greater good of the community was like what made a lot of people want to be involved with it. If you're just going to make an event that's just like, I just want to do like a rave, like, okay, but what are you going to do that's going to make a difference so people want to go to it, and that's going to make it like enjoyable for you to create? Because if you're just recreating something that's already been done, you're going to find that it's boring, I feel. So I would say, like, just write down what you want to do, write down what you think it would look like, even make like a mood board, like go crazy with it, get creative with it, and then honestly just do it. It sounds so lame, but like you're literally just holding yourself back. I would never be here if I didn't do it. I wouldn't even know you two. I say it all the time, but like when people always ask me like, what's next for you for like modeling? And I'm always like, it's already giving me so many gifts in life that I don't even care. Like I would never be an event space resident. I wouldn't have my job. I wouldn't have all the friends that I have. Like I would not even have the life that I would lead if I didn't just do modeling like 6 months like last year. But now it's just turned to like this thing that keeps me going. It keeps me alive.
Turns you into troll dolls sometimes.
Literally, sometimes it turns to a troll doll. A troll doll. Yeah, it's just do it, because you just don't know where it's going to take you. But that's why I'm just like so grateful to like even have started being involved in the creative industry, because slay.
That was really good timing for my camera to turn off.
Yeah.
All right. Well, where can people find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Mayatu Nova, so MAYATUNOVA, and I also have a TikTok with the same handle.
Yeah.
If anyone's
Which
interested
is
in that,
dead.
guys, we're getting there. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make new content again.
Joe today, as a little closer, Joe today goes, who do we have on the show again? This is over Messenger.
Bye.
And so I was like, oh, we have Mayatu Nova coming on today. And he goes, what a sick name.
Yeah.
No way.
It's a cool name.
Thank you.
I was born with it. All right, that's it. We do have a tradition on the show.
Okay.
What's going to happen is I'm going to do the outro to camera. It's going to be really weird for you. It's going to be totally normal on camera. And then I'm going to say bye. Joe's going to say bye. You're going to say bye. And you get to hit this little maroon purple-y button here.
That one?
This one
That
here.
one.
That one. Yeah?
I already touched it a little bit.
Got it?
Wait, I just have to say goodbye?
Bye, and then you say bye, and then you press the button.
Okay.
So you got to be ready.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to do the outro now.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, can I record you doing the outro?
If you'd like,
Yeah.
yeah. You got to be really quick though, because I have to keep talking so that there's no dead air in this episode. So the longer you
Where's the
take
mic? Where's
for
the
me to
Okay, I got it.
to get ready,
I got it.
then the harder it's going to be for me to. Okay, you
Here
ready?
we go.
Yeah.
I think I did pretty well.
You did.
I'm like a radio person. Okay. Thank you so much for listening to or watching this episode of The Froe Show. We hope you had a great time. Go check out Mayatu on everything and go to the next event. Go to the next Spinning Wildfire. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Also, rate us on Spotify. Bye.
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 The speaker's not on, but it is playing, I promise. I
Cool,
can see that
something
it's
is
playing.
playing.
Well done.
Thanks for having
It's
me.
a really cool
Thanks for
outro track.
coming on. Did you have fun?
It's so much fun. I can't believe it's over.
I know. That
So
went
sorry.
really
Why am I
quick.
still on the
Did
mic
that zoomed.
talking? Slow?
Because we're and you
We're
can
going.
start
We're still talking.
now.
Blah blah blah.
Stop.
Fine.
You crushed that.
That was so fun. Thanks for having me.